titles. Sunday Night Football, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills, and it's chilly and it's snowy in upstate New York. I love this. Let's do this thing. Josh Allen so hot out in the desert on Monday night. Big Ben trying to bounce back from the Steelers' first loss Tuesday night against Washington, but Diontae Johnson has a bad case of dropitis. There's no medication for that thing. 12 drops this season, most in the NFL. The Steelers' wideouts also lead the league in drops. We didn't see him for about 2 quarters after that. On to the second in a scoreless game. Josh Allen looking for Dawson Knox. Watch Mike Hilton with a huge hit. Cameron Sutton is going to recover this thing. But look at Hilton. He's given up probably 50 pounds on that dude at least. Sticking his grill right in there. That's why the Steelers lead the league in takeaways. So the ensuing drive, Roethlisberger to James Washington, and we have a Steelers receiver who actually catches the ball. It's a touchdown, and Pittsburgh's up 7-zip. Now, about a minute to go in the first half, Steelers nursing a 7-3 lead. Roethlisberger picked off by Taron Johnson, and there's 6. So in like the last 90 seconds of the half, the Bills, after missing the extra point, score 9 unanswered. And it's the Bills' first defensive touchdown in 3 years, by the way, covering their last 45 games. And let's go celebrate. Hey, party! Party at the Cam! Hey, this guy's had a party all season long. 6 300-yard games, including a pair of 400-yarders for Josh Allen. It's Stephon Diggs who gets in there. Bills are up 16-7. Later on in the third, it's Diggs again. And can you Diggs it? First player to 100 catches on the season. And it also ties the Bills' single-season franchise record. Eric Moulds, good job. He did it back in the day. And then how about the rookie Gabriel Davis? 3rd straight game with a score. He's got 6 this year for the 4th rounder out of UCF. He doesn't mind the chilly weather. He's going to hang on to it, and it's 23-7. Steelers trying to get back in this thing. In the 4th, look who's back off the bench. Diontae Johnson, good for this kid. Makes a big play, leaps it down inside the 15, and then a couple of plays later, Roethlisberger has some good juju on this ball. Juju Smith-Schuster gets into the end zone, successful 2-point try, so the Steelers down just 1 score. Now after a Bills field goal, Roethlisberger looking to make something happen, and said he does for Levi Wallace. Bills pick it off. Strong job by them. Steelers started the season 11-0. They have lost 2 in the last 5 days.
You know, just really not enough playmaking for us tonight. And it's really as simple as that, particularly in the second half. At the beginning of the second half, I thought they heated up offensively, and we weren't able to keep pace with them. He extended some plays, he being Allen, and got outside the pocket some. We can't have that. And obviously, we got to possess the ball better. We got to score more points on offense. Got tough as attrition set in. We had Matt Filer go down with a peck. We had Dotson go down with a peck. But such is life, man, in the NFL. We got to find a way to collect ourselves and make sufficient plays, and we didn't. And so we accept responsibility for that and get ready for our next opportunity.
Let's go somewhere where it's about 60 degrees warmer, please. Miami. KC back in town for the first time since winning it all there in February, Super Bowl 54, and looking to win the AFC West crown for a 5th straight year. But weird game for Mahomes. Oh, tipped by the Van Ginkel monster. Andrew Van Ginkel with the tip, picked by Byron Jones, just Mahomes' 3rd INT of the year. Dolphins would miss a field goal attempt. Next Chiefs possession, Mahomes. You're going the wrong way, and those numbers are going down like my bank account after my kid's spending over a weekend. 30-yard loss, even though he didn't lose the football. First time that's happened for a quarterback since 1979. It would lead to a Dolphins touchdown. The Chiefs trying to get something going. Oh, again? Through the midst of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, picked off by Eric Rowe. It was a little high for the little man. And Mahomes, who had 1 interception in each game against the Raiders, now has 2 against the Dolphins in the first quarter. On to the second. They hadn't even targeted Tyreek Hill to this point, and still haven't, because this is officially a run. And it's like one of those you'll see Saturday at the Pop Warner game where the kid is just faster than everybody else. Unbelievable. His 2nd rushing touchdown this year, and the Chiefs are down 10-7. In the second, with just over 3 to go, Tua Tagovailoa throws a little something in the tip jar. That was nice of him. Picked off by Tyrann Mathieu, who's had a monster year in terms of interceptions. As for Tua, first career INT in his 153rd attempt. Ensuing Chiefs possession, this is more like it. Mahomes to Kelce. 8 for 136. He now leads the NFL in receiving yards. No tight end has ever done that in the Super Bowl era, although Kellen Winslow came close in 1980. On to the third. Chiefs hanging on to the 4-point lead. Mahomes to Tyreek Hill. Tied for the NFL lead with 14 TD snags. And get this. This is his 13th touchdown of at least 40 yards since 2018. Far and away the most in the NFL. Tyreek was also the last Chief to return a punt for a touchdown. And Mecole Hardman says, hey, fat guy, change that. I'm the answer now. Although I've lost 25 pounds, Mecole. Thanks for noticing. Yeah, he gets into the end zone, and the Chiefs have a 28-10 lead, and you think this one is over. It's now 30-10 in the fourth. Mahomes looking to add more, but look at the play by Xavier Howard, who has had a phenomenal year. 5th straight game with an INT. This is the one-handed variety. Mahomes admitted he's got a love-hate relationship with Hard Rock because he got picked off twice by the Niners in the Super Bowl there a year ago. By the way, Howard, 9 picks, one off the Dolphins' single-season mark. So the ensuing possession, Mike Gesicki had a huge game, 2 touchdown snags before leaving with a hand injury. So the Dolphins back within 30-13, and now Tua to Mac Hollins. 2 on the day, 28 of 48 for a career-high 316, and 5 plays later. Why don't we just jump it in for his first rushing touchdown in the NFL? There's quite the scrum down there, but take my word for it, it's a touchdown, so they're down just 6. So on 4th and 1, what do you do with 2.5 to go at the Dolphins' 40? You throw it to Tyreek Hill, who does a great job. Just like to see him sit down inbounds because the Dolphins had no more timeouts. But the Chiefs end up winning this one, make it 5 straight division crowns for your Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, well, listen, it's been obvious they don't give those away. So they give the hats away, but they don't give these championships away. So I'm proud of the guys for that. We all know that we need to keep going. So it's a nice accomplishment.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the love part. I mean, we've won the Super Bowl here, and we've just clinched the AFC West. And so it seems like every time we leave the stadium, we have a hat of some type of thing we've accomplished. But in the hate part, I feel like I have half my interceptions, it seems like, at this stadium. So obviously a little bit of a joke. I mean, whatever way we win football games, I love it. But at the same time, it was just it's just ironic that it had to be at the stadium.
All right, as we continue on, this was the AFC playoff picture coming into Sunday. And I want you to focus right now on the 7 and 8 seeds. The Indianapolis Colts taking on the Las Vegas Raiders today out in Las Vegas, which, by the way, is located in Clark County. But first, let's hit the rewind button to last Sunday where the Raiders were on the road in New Jersey, which is located in Bergen County. They had a 3% win probability, according to Next Gen Stats, till Henry Ruggs beat the cover 0. 0, by the way, was the percentage Greg Williams had of retaining his job after making that terrible call. As for the Raiders, they now have a 43% chance of making the playoffs. Had they lost that game against the winless Jets, it would have dipped all the way down to 18%. As for the team they were facing, the 7 seed, the Indianapolis Colts, they have nearly a 70% chance of making the playoffs. But Philly Riv and the rest of that crew, they have bigger dreams and aspirations. They want to win the AFC South, where they have almost a 45% chance of winning that division. So let's take you out to the 7 versus 8 matchup out in Las Vegas, which is located in Clark County. And I got to admit, the other guy does it way, way better than me. Whew, I got to take a breath here. All right. So Phillip Rivers, he loves playing the Raiders. 18 career wins against him, more than against any other team. And he found his old buddy T.Y. Hilton, who's been coming on strong. And, oh, yeah. Yeah, keep it going. That was the first time they ever tried that, I swear. As for Derek Carr, finds Boston the road. And look at the little juke on Julian Blackmon, the Raiders. Down 10-0, and now it's 10-7. Same score in the second, and it's DC again. Derek Carr to Nelson Aguilar, and every Eagles fan is saying, what? He had a 100-yard game and his 7th TD catch of the year, and Las Vegas has got a 4-point lead. But here come the Colts on their next possession. Rivers to T.Y. Hilton. Remember his first 10 games this year? He went without a touchdown. He's got 4 in his last 3 and at least 1 in 3 straight. So you can do the T.Y. TD sort of thing. Next Raiders possession. Carr looking for Darren Waller. Oh, my gosh. Kenny Moore, you did not, my man. Frank Reich said afterward, I thought Odell Beckham Jr. was playing defense for us. It was that good. Moore's 4th interception. You talk about high pointing the ball. Unbelievable. That might be forget about your defensive play of the year. That might be your play of the year. Colts would add a field goal and have a 6-point lead at the break. And who could forget about the Colts run game? So much diversity back there. The rookie, Jonathan Taylor. 62-yard jaunt, the longest play for the Colts from scrimmage this season, and they have a 10-point lead again. Paging Nyheim Hines. Nyheim Hines, please pick up the white courtesy phone, which he did. 31 on this one. They ran for 212 on the day. 456 yards total for that offense was enough to get Paul Guenther fired as the defensive coordinator after this game. Rod Marinelli will take over on an interim basis. And then how about this for some nifty play calling? Hines with a handoff to Taylor, and Philly Rivers like, hey, that away, boys. Way to go. Gosh darn it, that was awesome. Now Carr trying to make something happen with his team down 7. That's not going to do it. Picked off by Tari Willis. 4th pick 6 for the Colts D this year. That is the most in the NFL as they put up 44 out in Vegas. Raiders better have a short memory because they're kicking off Week 15 right here on Thursday Night Football against the Chargers, who make every game interesting. You can see it on NFL Network, on Fox, and on Amazon Prime Video. Pre-game gets going at 6 o'clock Eastern. Time right now for the road to the playoffs, presented by Mercedes-Benz. The AFC, check out the top. Kansas City Chiefs now have the 1 seed after the Steelers have dropped their last 2. The Bills closing in on their first AFC East crown in a quarter century. Your wild card teams as of now: